So, Quap Top is starting us off. Arctic Foxy will extend all of his love to you guys. We're going to see a Morphling band right away. Morphling's been an incredibly popular carry. Lately, he just... I mean, he's got everything you want. I mean, he's got a great escape. The amount of damage he can put out while still staying in a very healthy health pool with that morph, the fact that with his ult, with strength morph, he just won't die. Unless you chain stun him, chain silence him, he just won't go down. So, totally fine with that. Then we're going to see a TA band out as well. TA, very powerful solo mid. The traps give great vision, great for chasing. You get a blink dagger on her, you basically can't escape her. And then the minus armor from Meld, Refraction, makes her very, very durable, very immune to harass. My Skype messages, it would be really nice if they would go away. There we go. And a Lycan, that's a pretty standard one. You know, it's a pretty standard ban out. He's just a very powerful jungler, at least for now. Not so much when 6.75 comes out. The wolves get nerfed into the ground. It'll be interesting to see what happens with him. Then we're going to see a Rubik band out. On the Edge, apparently is what they're called. Anyways. The Dire team may be looking to pick up some very powerful team fight abilities, maybe like a Tidehunter or an Enigma. And hello, Viadin! Great to have you on here. Shout out to a guy who's actually talking to me in chat. But yeah, so they might be looking to pick up a very powerful team fight AoE ability, something like that. And they just don't want the spell steal chance. Then an Invoker's going to be banned out. He's pretty standard with his huge plethora of team fight abilities. He also can bring some very good push with the Forged Spirits, with the Deafening Blast to annihilate creep waves, the Meteor, Alacrity. I mean, really, Invoker, whatever you want to do, he's going to have something for it. So I have absolutely no problem. I really wish that they would finally get rid of these international banners on this screen. Like, it's been over a month since it ended, and they still have these black borders. But we're going to see a Chen band out. That's just going to give them a very good jungler, some good push, and a good amount of team fight with the ability to send people home, the Hand of God. So that's not surprising at all. We're going to have to see what Quap Top goes with for their first pick. And Darkseer actually makes it through. So, Darkseer manages to make it through. Ooh, and Naga made it through also. We'll have to see if... Yeah, okay, they pick it up just to prevent that combo. The Song Vacuum, then you pick up something like an Enigma. Oh, it's just disgusting. It's ridiculous how powerful that is. We're going to see a Naga Leshrac picked up. That's a very powerful combination. And then Venomancer. And Foxy doing his best as my unofficial PR guy. Big shout out to him. Then we're going to see a Sand King picked up. Sand King, that Epi is very powerful. Sandstorm can do very good counter pushing. And then the Burrow Strike, very, very good. Can get multiple stuns, allow you to escape by going up and down terrain. Up, down cliffs. And Caustic Finale, late game. It's respectable for pushing out lanes. You can auto-attack everything once and then Burrow Strike it and annihilate everything. Enigma is going to be picked up by Edge Gaming. That plus the Naga ult, like the Black Hole Naga ult combination, could be very, very powerful if things work out like they wish. But we'll have to see. And, yep, Stream's still going good. Pew, pew. So just waiting out for the second round of bans to start up here. Digging into a little bit of the reserve time. I mean, looking at Edge Gaming here, they still need a solo. They could send the Leshrac mid, I suppose, and then they would need another hard support. So, Tide Hunter's banned out. That would have been a good solo. I mean, they could have done some kind of Tide mid shenanigans, I suppose. And then Nature's Prophet's going to be banned out. That's not surprising at all. Quap Top does still need some kind of jungler, or they could even do a Sand King. I suppose they could do Vano Sand King in a tri-lane with some kind of carry. We'll have to see. Disruptor's going to be banned out just to give them even, so that they can't synergize the Kinetic Field, Static Storm, Black Hole, Naga ult, because the last thing you want to do is let them have even more AoE team fight. And then a lone druid is going to be banned out as well. I don't really see a lone druid fitting in with this. Like, they've got a Darkseer. I suppose the Darkseer could be a jungler. He's not exactly fast, like a fast jungler. So I don't see how that would have worked out. He'll probably be solo, and I'm thinking it'll probably be a Sand King Veno Faceless Void tri-lane. And then we could go like a Quap. We could go a Windrunner mid. What else is still available? Storm Spirit has been seeing a bit of love. Morphling's banned out. Invoker's banned out. I guess they could go some kind of craziness. Okay, and a Shadow Demon's gonna be picked up, so they could do a Shadow Demon mid with a Leshrac Naga Siren. The net into Splitter, it's very, very powerful. So I think that's most likely what we'll see. And now all they really need is a solo long lane. So like I said, there's Beastmaster, there is Windrunner, there's Broodmother. Couple options. And they're going to go with the Storm Spirits. That's that's how I'm calling the lanes now. It's going to be Darkseer in the long with a Veno Sand King Void tri-lane and a Storm Spirit. And we're just waiting. I would say probably the best would be the Windrunner. Just yeah, the Shadow Demon could be their mid, and then Windrunner in that long lane. A little funny seeing all the casters trying to get back into the swing of things. We're all a little rusty. Foxy's in the chat now. And they're gonna go with the Beastmaster. That's a pretty it's a very good long lane. I mean, I don't. He's a pretty standard one. He'll be able to stack ancients with the axes. The roar will give him a very powerful team fight. It'll allow them to do something through BKB on top of the Enigma. So they've got two things that go through BKB. I would be very surprised if we see at least a whole lot of BKBs. If there is one picked up, it'll be very selective when it's actually popped. The Beastmaster will also give them some good vision with that Hawk. And all in all, I think it's a pretty powerful pickup. It'll give them some good push as well. The aura from the Beastmaster will stack with the Eidolons, give them some huge... on top of the Leshrac, there's just tons of push and some good late game with this Naga. I don't necessarily know if the Naga could beat a farmed Faceless Void in a flat-out fight. Because of that Chrono, one of the things that makes Void such a powerful carry is that he's able to just jump in, throw Chrono down on your carry, and eat him, or eat some of your team fight. But we've got Sanju on the Faceless Void, and then we've got Kensu on the Storm Spirit, Poi Poi on this Venomancer. I can't read their names. Jesus. Gonna go through here. Dilated Mind on the Darkseer, Fi on the Sand King, and then we have RMN playing that Leshrac, Doppelganger on the Naga, PAS on the Enigma, Chill on this Beastmaster, and the Art of Juking on the Shadow Demon. It looks like they're just kind of watching for runes, making sure everything's gonna be okay here. Some pings going out from Leshrac here. Ward's gonna be thrown down to keep an eye on this rune here. And it's gonna be contested by the Naga. It's gonna be an illusion. She'll be able to carry that on up to lane. I don't know why Shadow Demon... I probably just, throwing out a ward here. And we're actually going to see a Shadow Demon Leshrac dual mid. Very powerful dual lane here. You disrupt, gives you a pair of illusions. You can get to throw a Soul Catcher on there. You drop a Split Earth onto them. They're going to do some harass on this Storm Spirit, just as disruption, so that the illusions do a bit of damage to him. And looks like the Veno is going to wander on up here. They realize that they're up against a solo Beastmaster. He's not going to be looking to go after this Void. Void's going to be able to basically do whatever he wants up here. And actually, we're going to see Darkseer up against this Naga. So that should work out decently well. I mean, the Ion Shell will chew through those illusions semi-fast, at least the early ones. We've got Riptide already up. And just doing some harass with the Ion Shell on himself. So how are we looking for last hit so far? 6 and 4 on the... or 6 and 5 now on the Void. Then we got 6 and 2 on the Naga. And 6 and 1, well, that's jungle. And I totally missed the first blood. Go me! But it looks like it was most likely just a Split Earth disruption combo with that Soul Catcher. Just, like I said, it's so much damage. It's just ridiculous. And Beastmaster coming down here, he's using a Clarity. He's going to try and get himself up a Soul Ring so that he can constantly be stacking those Ancients. He'll use those to get a majority of his farm. Some Riptide harass going out here. But until he gets a Basilius, it's not exactly the greatest. Invis Rune picked up by the Shadow Demon, so they might look to go for another combination on this dual lane that has popped up. Sand King going to do a really weird pull, actually. He already has a point in Caustic Finale. What on earth? That is super strange. And that is my phone that I forgot to put onto silent. So we've, again, just stacking up these ancients. No, I think you actually screwed that up. But you're able to do it through the trees here. It's a great little trick you can have. Just gives you some good farm, gets you decent levels so that you don't have to risk yourself. And this Faceless Void is able to just free farm. That is not the button I want. But actually, the Naga's farming at least comparable. Doesn't have as many denies. So that means the Darkseer will be able to... his levels will be more comparable than the Beastmasters. The Beastmaster, every time you die, you don't get as much experience. I mean, he doesn't really get any experience standing way over here. But the wave will push up. We're going to see a disruption onto the Storm Spirit here. That's going to be a split earth. He's going to go down. Oh my... I totally forgot to switch. Thank you, Fightin. That's a fail by me. So, some good advantages going out, especially when you're running pretty push-oriented lineup like this. You gotta love getting those early kills. It'll allow you to, maybe not right away, but it'll eventually will allow you to take some very good early kills. We're gonna see Enigma coming in through here, though. Gonna get netted. Then we're gonna see Soul Ring. That's gonna be a Malefice. That's a kill. See some pings. Void's gonna pop himself up as salve. I think he just took some. Gets the Hawk. That's a good little. But I think he took a couple tower hits. He might have jumped in, maybe picked off one or two low ancients. I wasn't really watching. That's the button I want. And they're gonna get another kill on this Storm Spirit. This lane is just ridiculous. So we're gonna see 345 on this Naga, and then. I miss kills all over the place because I'm super good at casting. TP in by the Storm Spirit. He's going to use a replicant or a remnant. That's the name of it to blow that up. Net's going to go out on to the Darkseer here, just doing some auto attacks. Although the Ion Shell's doing even more damage. Dire Ward's going to be thrown down here just to keep an eye on this rune. 6-minute rune is top. It's going to be a regen. Leshrek's going to scoop that one up. So Storm Spirit does have his bottle, but the rune control definitely not in his favor. We're going to see a smoke by the Sand King and the Veno, though. So they're going to look to probably jump on this Leshrek. He is the squishier of the two, and Shadow Demon could... And then Faceless Void gets the last hit on this Beastmaster. So they, instead of going for the Leshrac, they go for the Beastmaster, get their carry kill. So he is having a wonderful game. He's up to, pretty much the same GPM as this Naga, but this Darkseer is going to die to a... the Darkseer is going to die to Riptide by the Naga. Talking's hard. It's, semi-early. It's 12:30 in the afternoon for me. So this Darkseer's not exactly having the greatest. But, that's kind of the nature of being a solo laner. They're going to actually catch out this Shadow Storm Spirit. That's his name. Shadow is not involved in his name at all. We're going to see a Burrow Strike in by the Sand King, and he's going to get a last hit on that. That was a little bit of a reckless play by him. And they're going to do a ton of pings on this Shadow Demon. Is Storm 6? No. So he can't get a Vortex. It is a little interesting that he went 3 Vortex. Normally you only go 2. That is enough to pull them into a Remnant. And then you can just go either with the Overload or Remnant. We're going to see a push up top here, though. That tier 1's going to pretty much guaranteed to go down. I think my scroll speeds are up. Pardon me. Yeah. Turn that all the way down. There we go. Much smoother. Disruption, Chronosphere onto the Shadow Demon. Roar on to Void. We're going to see... Oh, we're going to see a Demonic Purge on him as well. He has no mana to do a Time Walk away. The Demonic Purge... Oh, the axes barely miss. So he manages to make it out. Split Earth is going to miss as well. Now we're going to see a Burrow Strike and an Electric Vortex onto the Leshrac. He's going to go down to the Storm Spirit. Edict doing a bit of more damage. Tangos are going to be dropped. He's going to just eat those up. He needs to be a little on the careful side, though. He does have himself a Ring of Health and some Tangos. And I'm aware... Yeah, I know that I should be using real names, but I'm not... Especially Quap Top, I'm not familiar with them. And I think Uebelest has gone through some roster changes, so I'm still not 100% used to the actual names, so... Oh! Sanju's going to go down on the Faceless Void here. That's going to be a Disruption and then just axes. Yeah, so it's a little difficult to suddenly think up what their actual names are in the heat of combat. We're going to see a Malefice on Fafa, I think is how you're supposed to pronounce that. Now you've got me all self-conscious about it. But yeah, so he wasn't able to Burrow Strike and interrupt that TP. Good TP out. And then this bottom tier 1's going to go down as well. Doppelganger in some trouble here. But some ion... We're going to Surge the Venomancer. Yeah! He's going to keep that Poison Sting up. I don't know if they'll be able to actually do anything. The wards are going to be constantly laid down as well. We got a Galen 2. Storm Spirit looking to bottle this up. Shadow Demon's going to Disrupt and pick that up instead. Again, still deny that. The Split Earth is a little off, but there is still this Soul Catcher. So he's just going to be able to pound in those auto attacks. I mean, at level 3, it's just so much damage. And they actually turned that around on the Darkseer. I missed that one. Sorry about that. We're going to see a Chronosphere on the Shadow Demon here. He's going to have a Disruption. Roar is going to go in onto Sanju. Chill's going to get Burrow Striked. Then an Electric Vortex. And Void's going to finish that one off. So some high action already. And we've seen some high push. They're probably going to look to focus this mid tower now. Just clear out all that tier 1, get rid of some of this vision, kind of restrict the map down to about that. Aside from wards, obviously. No sentries placed out on the field yet. You know, some pretty standard wards. This is a little bit of a sneaky one. You can kind of see it. I hear Disruption. We're going to see a Splitter onto the Sand King, and he's going to easily go down to a Demonic Purge. Axe is doing a good chunk of damage to this Vino. And the Naga just kind of farming it up. How's she looking? Pretty standard. What about GPMs? 394 for the Naga. And the Void is behind, but not by a whole lot. What about items? We got Treads. We've got this Ring of Health. We're going to see a Disruption onto the Storm Spirit. He eats axes, and then he's just going to ball lightning away. Nothing really big. A Magic Wand on the Venomancer. Woo. Super good. This double robe, I'm thinking probably going to be for an Orchid. That'll be for the 2 Oblivions that you need. And Darkseer going for a mech. And then Sand King's, you know, again, playing support. So he's got brown boots. That's about it. Leshrac, on the other hand, has a Bracer. He's got himself his Phase. The Naga has a Soul Ring, has a Basilius. We might see that turn into a Vlad's. Maybe an Aquila, we don't know. Enigma already has himself the mech finished, kind of showing how powerful the jungle hero versus tri-lane. You get a hero that's farming a way more I mean, if we look at the GPMs here, he's up to 337 versus 140 and 100 on the supports he's up against. Like, it's ridiculous that he has more farm than both of them combined, basically just by being, why did they fortify? That was, oh, because the Naga was pushing this tier 2, Vacuum's going to go down on him. Dilated Mind chasing after with that Ion Shell and the Surge, trying to get something going, but just gives up on it, and 4 come up here. Co-op top wasting a good amount of time here, I'm not going to lie. And in the meantime, the Leshrac and Shadow Demon, they're going to take that mid tower. So Void is working towards a Battle Fury. He's got himself up the Broadsword. And he is he is actually 1,400 gold, pretty much dead on. From that, to get the Claymore, he has enough now to get the Void Stone. And we'll just buy that all in one big piece. Beastmaster has himself the Soul Ring. He's got himself 2,600 golds, 3k saved up now. So we might see him go for like a fast blink. He might go for Aghanims. He might go pipe. There's quite a bit. He could go Necro. I mean, there's a pretty big array of items he could go. We got the Naga bring herself out something. Already has a relic. So going very fast Radiance. I can definitely do that. Batten. So we got about a 7,500 experience advantage for the Dire. Part of that is the jungle. Part of that is from all the push and the fact that the co-op top team has had to basically 4-man a lot of their lanes. And then same thing with the gold. That's a lot of towers. That's the jungle. I mean, the 3 extra kills they have. We're going to see Ball Lightning in by the Storm Spirit, and he's actually going to dive this. Gets a Vortex. He has absolutely no mana to do anything now. We're going to see a Chrono. They want to get this Leshrac. Disrupt on him. Naga's going to throw a net out onto the Storm. He can't actually... has no mana to actually do anything. He's going to go down easily. Mech's going to be popped. Not going to be able to do anything. Void's going to be in some trouble. We're going to see Epi channeled. He's just going to die, though. And that Epi's going to go harmless, pounding away at the creeps. Venomancer caught out by another net. Axis to come through. Riptide finishes that off. Disruption on the Dark, or on the Void. Vacuum on the Leshrac. And he is working towards a Bloodstone. Actually did not go the Arcane Boots route. Just basically said I'm going to skip the disassembling step. I'm just going to pick up the phase boots that would pick up anyways, and I'll just save up to get my soul booster. He's only like 85 gold away from that, 80, 85 gold. And Naga is like 200 gold from Radiance. So super fast Radiance. That'll do tons of ridiculous damage. It's going to just absolutely devastate this Radiant team that's already behind, unfortunately. Now, if they can hold out, like I said, the Void could outcarry this. Just because he's able to jump in, Chrono, and he'll just tear through people. You get him like a Butterfly, you get him a Daedalus. We're going to see a Malefice on the Veno, but we're going to see a Burrow Strike onto the Enigma. He's going to go down easily, pops the mech. Nothing really that he can do. Sand King gets the last hit on that one. Hero levels, definite advantage on the Dire side. We've got a 12 on the Enigma and Naga. And then the only one who even matches that is this Void, who is, AFK farming for a good portion of it down solo bottom. So, unfortunately, not looking great. And gold per minute, 455 on this Naga. Just going crazy. The Radiance is finished now. We've got Tranquils. Might disassemble those Tranquils to get a Vlad's later. Go Treads. That's been a pretty popular thing with a lot of heroes. Stuff like Meepo, Naga, Druid. We're going to see a net go out on the Void. He's just going to time walk away, though. He is still stuck in place. It's a weird little thing where you can do one movement effect while netted, and then it holds you in place there. Veno's gonna take a big Riptide, just ridiculous. Those illusions can do so much damage. And they're just happy, like, Edge Gaming just totally content to just farm it away right now. They're at an advantage. They could do this for a little bit. First Oblivion Staff is finished on the Storm. They are going to find the Darkseer. He is just screwed, really. Except that Burrow Strike, and they use an Epi on that. That was a complete waste of Epi. I mean, normally if you use an ulti like that, I would say, like, oh, you know, you secured the kill, but you didn't need the Epi to get those kills. The Shadow Demon, I think it was, had already died to the Gale, and then Leshrac had, like, 100 health. Like, it was just totally unnecessary. A couple auto attacks would have been fine. But oh well, they got the kills. A little bit of room wiggled in for them. They're looking to keep up this pressure, though. Axe is going to come through. Are they going to use a Roar? They guess on the Split Earth. They miss. And now we're up to a 10,000 experience advantage. And a 12,000 gold. It's just ridiculous. Split Earth actually lands. That's going to be a dead... That's a dead hero. So some great play. They're just going to transition this into a tier 2 push. And there's really not a whole lot that they can do to stop this. Wall is down. Pipe already up on this Beastmaster. So there's even less that they can do now. And Naga gets the last hit on that. What you going to look to pick up now? Got 2k gold. 4 staff on the Shadow Demon now. So that's going to be a good pickup and allow them to escape stuff like Ion Shell. Maybe push somebody out of Chrono if they have to. And Enigma gets himself a blink already. So there's just big pickups all around. They're just going to go ahead and Roche. They say we are huge ahead. 12,000 gold. Split Earth. And they're just using the Shadow Poison to scout things out. So last hits, I mean, the last hits don't really matter at this point. We do have the Void looking to take that top tier 1 levels. Still a pretty big disparity here. We've got the 2 carries fairly close, but then it just drops right off. And net worth is just ridiculous. We got about a 2,000 advantage. Actually, now more than 2,000 between the carries here. I mean, the solo lane is equal to the carry that had free farm, which is not really what you're looking for. GPMs, again, pretty crazy. And Naga's just going to send these illusions up top here, pull this camp by accident with the Radiance Burn, and just push Void out of lane. Say, nah, it's okay. I got this. And are they going to look to push high ground now, is the big question. I think they could at least put some damage in, do a chunk of damage. We're going to see some TPs back. So maybe not now. They are going to go forward with the Eidolons. They get it down to a little over half. There is going to be a Chrono on 2, but they're going to just pop the Song and instantly interrupt that initiation. This is why Naga is so very irritating. Split Earth onto the Void. He goes down to a Riptide, buys back instantly. We're going to see an Epi. Yep, Epi is going to be popped off. Sand King does kill the Enigma. He's going to go down to Demonic Purge, though. Shadow Demon, or Shadow Storm Spirit does get the Leshrac. He's going to get roared. Then Void finishes that off. So just kills all over the place. Just ridiculous. And they managed to defend it. It did go down to about half health, but they managed to defend it, which is fine. And I apparently lost connection to Steam, which is great. Foxy doing his best to interact with my viewers. Thank you all 17 people that are watching this. I just truly love the support for us newcasters. I know that there is many people you could go watch in terms of streaming. You could go watch pro players. You could go watch some of the other casters. And I appreciate you for making your choice. Sticking with me here at Blightwind Industries, bringing you all your casting needs. Burrow Strike, just some jungling being done by the Sand King. He's still trying to get anything really up. He's got arcanes. He's got a smoke. That's about it. Battle Fury is finished on the Void. Veno, pretty much the same thing, just arcanes. The Orchid is finished on the Storm. Leshrac has an invis. And, oh, they're going to find this. Axe is going to go through and then split earth, and that's just Naga kills with Radiance Burn. Just walked past. Storm Spirit hiding in the trees here. He's going to ball lightning away. Knows that it's not safe. Leshrac finishes himself the Bloodstone. And one of the event guys DCs, no big deal. And we're going to see another tier 2 push here. Sand King is down. Well, he's going to be basically up by the time they actually get here. Epi is up. And Chrono is as well. But there's just so much damage being pumped out on here. We've got a Yasha and a Vitality Booster. Words are hard. So that's probably going to be for like a Manta and then a Heart would be my biggest guess. We will have to see though. Storm Spirit does catch out the Storm or the Shadow Demon. Burrow Strike, that's going to be an easy kill. Beastmaster just going to run out. The Chrono was popped down on the Naga. But, yeah. Song and bye. Don't mind me. It's all okay. Storm Spirit trying to chase with Ball Lightning. Like, just wasting his mana. Why are you doing that? And we have yet to see a black hole at all. Which is a little surprising. And it's kind of crazy when you think about it. They've been winning the team fight so handily without black hole at all. So if a team fight even remotely looks like it's going in against them, they could just pop black hole. They've got a blink, and I mean there is stuff that can stop it. There's the Vortex, Burrow Strike, Chrono, Time Locks, but. I imagine we'll next see him go for a BKB. That would be my guess. Apparently someone dropped an Ironwood branch. And Naga just clearing out camps. Exponentially increasing her farm. Disruption on the Venomancer, but we're going to see a Vortex onto the Shadow Demon. The burn finishes that off. We're going to see a roar onto the Storm Spirit. He takes a big chunk of damage from the Demonic Purge. Epicenter is going to be challenged as well. The Overload just constantly keeping this Leshrac slowed. Beastmaster is going to go down to the Void in the background. Darkseer gets the last hit on that Leshrac. So we got a 6-1 on the Naga, 5-2 on Void, looking pretty comparable for that. And this, I mean, Beastmaster, unfortunately, that's what, like, this is what happens when you are. I'm from Canada. So that's unfortunately what happens when you're Suicide Laner. Song's going to be thrown out. We're probably going to see a black hole now. Black hole on 3. Storm Spirit goes down. Dilated Mind dies as well. And the Venomancer, unfortunately, goes down as well. Sand King gets Split Earth, and then he's just going to go down to a Midnight Pulse, actually. So that's going to be a hard push mid. Can anyone buy back? No, Storm Spirit could. Storm Spirit could, and the Sand King could, and Darkseer actually could as well. And they might have to. This middle tower is going to take a bunch of damage. Glyph is going to be popped, just to try and slow this down. They are going to create more Naga illusions with Disruption, and that's going to be Barracks threatened. We're going to see a big 4-man or 3-man chrono. Malefice, the Shadow Demon, just gets absolutely destroyed. Ned is going to go down on the Void, though. He's going to get destroyed by Split Earth. Wall is going to go down. We're going to see a Poison Nova as well. Naga's going to pop the Song just so they can get the heck out of there. And Furious Pings. And they're going to maybe get this Leshrac. Roar is going to be dropped down. Leshrac's just going to run as fast as his little Sparkle Pony legs can carry him. He does have phase. Misses the Split Earth, actually, the Vacuum, trying to bring him up onto the high ground. Juking into this little corner, and they actually will fall for it. Tried to Split Earth. We're going to see a Demonic Purge onto this Darkseer. He's going to Surge himself instead, though. Burrow Strike by Fi-Fi. He's going to take a lot of damage from the Pulse Nova, and Naga's going to be able to net him and finish that off. And now Storm Spirit pops his wand to just try and get a little bit of mana. Disruption on him, though, and he'll probably go down. Yeah, he was only able to Ball Lightning like 3 feet. So unfortunately, things are not looking good for Quap Top. Edge Gaming, aka, well, Uebelest, aka Edge Gaming, apparently now. Looking very, very good. They're definitely sweeping away with this game. Now they did take the tier 3. Rex did not fall. Naga's gonna look to push this, though. She already has a heart. She's got herself a Yasha as well. 1900 gold saved up. So we'll have to see if it's a Manta. That would be my biggest, my best guess. Save for buybacks, though. There's melee racks down, and the ranged ones will follow very soon. They're gonna pop Chrono, but Song's going to be used just to cancel that out. And now Void is in a horrible position. He's going to get Malefice. He's going to get roared. He's going to get netted. Black Hole on 4. 3. And that is basically a team wipe. We're going to see a disruption onto the Storm Spirit. And they're just going to call GG. Go next. Hey. Well played by Edge Gaming. They were allowed to get a pretty ridiculous combination, I'd say. They got some great combos. The Leshrac Shadow Demon, the Naga Enigma. Big, scary Epicenter. Doesn't really do anything. So we're just going to have to wait here. They do try and kill the Naga. Burrow Strike onto the Shadow Demon. He's going to self-destruct just to keep himself alive for a little bit longer, force staff himself away. And Enigma just kind of doing his thing. Pushing away. The Storm Spirit actually does get a kill on the Shadow Demon. And then Radiance Burn takes out the Sand King. And now they're just going to finish the game off. So that was game 1. 1 win chalked up to the Dire team. We do have one more game within this series. In case you're just tuning in and you don't know how Gosu League works, it's a best of 2, technically. It's 2 games that you play. Every win is a point, essentially. And at the end of the season, which is a 1 month long, whoever has the most points, first, second, and third. Simple as that. So we're going to have to see if Quap Top is going to be able to scrounge themselves back together. And we are going to go